Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome to another video. This is a negative-free zone, which means that we respect others in the comment section, and we definitely respect the person who is delivering the message. As you can see from the title, today's subject is going to be about why my thick, Natty, freeform dreads are not too heavy for me. I mean, long and too heavy for me. Let's get started. Oh, but before we get started, let me make sure that you see the merchandise, because I know a lot of you all don't stay to the end. Make sure you go. I'm going to have a link in the description box below. Make sure you get one of these. I designed this. You need to get one. If you don't have anything else, you need to at least get a mug. And if you want, here's the t-shirt. I have t-shirts, tank tops, all types of things. Hopefully you can see. And all it says in the hair of the dreadlocks is all the stuff that you all hear me say on this channel. I always talk about being regal. I always talk about us being empresses and emperors. But this is a shirt for women. Yeah, all the things that I say. Regal, Natty, dreadlock, empress. And it comes in... The lettering is in Natty. It comes in, in peace. Comes in the regal colors, purple and blue, as well as red, gold, and green. I mean, as far as the design, those are the colors that the words come in. But the shirts are in black. So, now that you've seen that, make sure you go to the description box, and let's get started. Okay, a lot of people always ask me, is your hair too heavy? There was a big little discussion about this before, maybe a year ago, when somebody came for me and was talking about, oh, you probably need to cut your hair or whatever, it's too long and you're going to have back problems. Somebody who didn't know me, who didn't care about my back, who didn't know anything about my life, period. And I don't like for people to speak negative stuff into my existence. I don't believe in that. And don't tell me I'm having any back problems and all that type of stuff, because you don't know what I do for my body. Okay. The reason why I don't have problems, and my hair is super thick and it's very dense and it's very long. My hair now reaches, while I'm sitting down, it's sitting on my knees, but it really reaches the it's almost to my knees, but it's really like a little about mid thigh. Mid-thigh? No, towards the bottom of my thigh. So it's about to hit my knees soon. Guys, as soon as I get online, now I start coughing. It seems like the air just got dry. But anyway, the reason why I don't have any problems with my neck, my shoulders, my back, with my hair, first of all, I don't use products. Products weigh down your hair. I don't use any products and stuff. And I water rinse, so my hair is kind of airy and fluffier, and it feels a lot lighter than it would if you were using like anything that would cause a buildup on your hair, such as shampoos. Those that use shampoo need to change up their shampoos from time to time, because a buildup will occur, for those who didn't know. And yes, I could say that because I am a licensed cosmetologist, and I had to change up my products on my clients' hair from time to time because of the buildup that I was noticing on chemically treated hair and some natural hair. So, that's one of the things. Another thing is, for years and years and years, I was into bodybuilding. I worked out a lot. Especially one of my main things was focusing on my shoulders, my traps, my trapezes area. And, I did a lot of stuff for my back and everything, as well as the rest of my body. But I really, really want to define shoulders, because I like wearing stuff off the shoulders and tank tops and stuff like that. So I was always doing like shoulder shrugs with weights, with about 15, and I would go up to 20 to 25 pound weights, and we would do shoulder shrugs. And yes, I had partners and stuff that I worked out with that are trainers or bodybuilders, and did that for years. So underneath this layer of fat that is definitely finally going away is muscle, and I still continue to do like my shoulder shrugs or whatever. So my shoulders are built up pretty tight. My neck is built up pretty tight because when you do shoulder shrugs, you working your neck, your shoulders, your trap. I mean, the whole trap area, and that helps a lot with building strength up in here. The only time that I will have any type of problem, when it's just hanging down like this, is fine. I don't have a problem at all. But that's the reason why I don't have any problems, because I did work out a lot. And contrary to what you may have thought or whatever, I am shedding the weight that I've had on me because of medications and stuff for a minute now. I've been working on it and stuff. And you'll start seeing the definition, because in the summertime, I definitely will have on my tanks and everything else, have my shoulders out and everything. And you'll start seeing that. And I will be back in the gym doing more bodybuilding or whatever. But no, my hair is not heavy unless it's after I've done my water rinsing and I'm, blotting it with my microfiber towel and I'm waiting for it to dry. That's the only time it feels a little heavy. And also when I try to wear my hair up in a high ponytail, which is not often. If I try to wear my hair just up, you may have seen the video. You may be able to go back to the video. You can go back to the video. Just scroll down on my freeform my thick freeform Natty dreads videos, and you can see it. But I had like a little pineapple thing going on, but my hair wasn't even half this length. I don't think it was long, but it wasn't this long. But if I was to try to pull my hair up and have it in a high pony, first of all, it's probably going to fall down after an hour or so. But that is one thing that has caused me not to have like shoulder problems or feeling like it was too heavy on my shoulders or my back or anything. But it did feel heavy on my head and it didn't feel good. And I may have received like slight headaches from it. Comment down below if you have long Natty dreads or just super thick Natty dreads. If you have any type of issues with your shoulders, your neck, your back, your head, just comment down below. If you've experienced headaches or anything like that. And again, I just wanted to step in and tell you all that you don't have to have issues with that. I mean, I know people who've had hair way longer than mine, like down to their ankles, and no problems because they work out and they keep this area up here definitely strong. So if you're not working on your upper body or whatever, and your hair is growing at a constant rate, I mean, just getting long or is already long, go ahead and start hitting those weights and, take care of your upper body. Another thing, and, I know a lot of people just come here strictly for Natty dreadlock talk, but, some of the things, too, that you need to do for yourself and your body, and I'm just adding this in. This is just a quick little, what do they call it? Just like some information I just want to give you. Make sure your diet is good. Make sure that you're eating the right things. Make sure you're getting enough water intake. Make sure that, you're putting lots of fruits and vegetables into your diet. Try to eat clean sometimes. Try fasting at times. Your body needs to rid itself of toxins and stuff. That's very important. It's important with hair growth. It's important with your skin. It's important with your nails. And yes, this sounds repetitious, but it's because a lot of people come to my channel, don't watch my old videos, and I find myself having to repeat things over and over because people ask me questions. And it's like, all the information is there, but sometimes you need to hear things over and over and over again before you actually get it. If your body is not being hydrated, how do you expect your hair? I mean, it comes from within. So if you're feeling like you got dry scalp or dry hair, your hair is super dry and you're having issues with breakage and all that type of stuff, increase your increase your water intake, and trust and believe me, you will see a difference. You will definitely see a difference. Stop using so many products and stuff. You know, you don't need that. All it take is, if you're natural, all it take is just natural products. Why would you put chemicals on top of your hair and you're natural? And chemicals are in shampoos and in different products, you know. So be mindful of that. I water rinse only. I talk about that often. I have videos about that, so please don't ask me in the comments section too much about water rinse or anything. Go check out my videos. I got at least 2 or 3 videos up that's talking about water rinsing. You know, it's a beautiful thing. Comment down below or thumbs up the video if you've been water rinsing and it's been helping you. I don't have problems with dry scalp. Someone asked me today if I had problems with dry scalp. I never had problems with dry scalp, but I have heard of some of my people on this channel that since they started doing the water rinsing only, that you know, that they don't have that problem anymore, and that's a beautiful thing. So all I do is give out the knowledge. You take from whatever you want to take from this video and apply it to yourself as necessary. Now, you may not agree with the things that I'm saying, and that's fine. I'm just telling you my story and what works for me, what has worked for me, and what others have told me, you know, that they've tried since I've told them about it through my videos, okay? And through my live chats that I do on Sundays at 4 p.m. Central Time. So all I'm doing is giving, I can't give information that I don't know about. I'm sharing you information about my journey, about what's worked for me, about being a licensed cosmetologist since 1988. Even though I'm retired, I still have my hands in the game as far as keeping up on a lot of stuff, you know. But I mean, I think I really did hair long enough to know what to tell you as far as what you should be using in your hair. Again, if you're natural, you're freeform, or you just wear locks, as some people say, or whatever, you don't need a lot of products. The buildup in the products can cause your hair probably to feel a lot heavier. Do ACV rinses from time to time, and that will help loosen up whatever products or whatever, you know, just from the elements and stuff, whatever may be in your hair from the elements. So, you know, just be mindful of the things that you do and the things that you put into your body. Yes, I like talking about nutrition because it's very important to me, especially dealing with a family that has a history of diabetes and all different types of heart problems and stuff like that, stuff that can be eliminated, you know, if you eat right. Also, there's a tea. You can only get it from like Jamaican places, places where they sell like Jamaican stuff. And it's called Cerasee tea. And it's good for high blood pressure. It's good for rashes. It's good for diabetes. It's good for, it's good for a lot of different things. But those are the things that I don't have rashes or anything. But because diabetes run in my family, I'm not diabetic by no means. But because diabetes run in my family, I mean, it's just a preventive measure, you know, before anything like that goes down in your life. You know what I mean? Go ahead and start on preventive measures, you know, instead of waiting until you get sick and then all of a sudden you want to, okay, let me change this, let me change that, let me change this. You know, no, go ahead before it starts and start doing the right thing. Eat your berries, your antioxidants. Blueberries are high in antioxidant, anti-inflammatory properties and stuff. I do 2 green smoothies every day. It started off as just a cleanse. I had been doing this since August of last year, but I still had bread in my diet, and the bread was keeping me like kind of bloated, kind of swollen. So I really didn't notice a difference. When I did the cleanse with other ladies on this channel, that's when I noticed the difference. Because for some reason, I just, you know, well, because we weren't eating any bread or anything, no whole grain bread, nothing. It was just like salads and all that type of stuff. Now, I'm eating more raw, more clean, and I'm feeling great. You know, I feel fabulous. Actually, I mean, it feels good to be able to try on clothes that were too tight and now they're loose, you know. And it's not just, I mean, it's about diet, it's about losing weight, and it's about feeling good on the outside, but it's an inside job first, you know. So I just wanted to add my little 2 cents about nutrition. I'm not a doctor, so by no means do I mean go out and get some CRCT and think that you could just throw away your diabetes medication or whatever. I'm just talking about some preventive things that you can start doing that is not harsh to your body or so, you know. And that was pretty much it. That's why, I mean, let me go back to the topic. That's why my hair does not bother me like this right here. It does not bother me at all. The most that it does is I have to be very cautious when sitting down, when getting in my car, because I have slammed my hair in the car door before. My hair does get caught up on the doorknobs. That's why a lot of times I keep my hair tied up when I'm at home, bending down, trying to pick up stuff I don't like for my hair to touch the floor. I hate saying so much, but oh well. Yeah. So yeah, no, my hair it's fine. If you're having problems with your neck, shoulders, back, or whatever from having like super long Natty dreads, just try doing like you get some weights, get some 10, 20, 30-pound weights and just do shoulder shrugs. I mean, if you're not trying to build up a lot of muscle and you're just trying to tone, you do more repetitions, less weight. Trying to build up, you use more weight, less repetitions. So if you don't want to be looking, see, I wanna have a bodybuilding looking body. That's my goal. So I want to be bigger up top. I mean, I want my shoulders and stuff to be broad and everything, and for my traps to pop out and look good. And the shoulders, I want the little indentation back that I had. And once this layer of fat goes away, it'll happen. But that's it, you all. I just wanted to drop you all some knowledge, some light, some love. I appreciate everybody who comes to my live chats on Sundays. Love you all. A lot of great information has come out of that. I've found out a lot of different channels to watch on YouTube as far as health. And that's when I said, wow, I'm really doing the right thing. I'm really, really doing the right thing, you know, because I do my research. I don't just listen to one person. I read books and I go through YouTube channels and stuff and try to hear what some of these people are saying, some of the scientists, some of the people who are writing books, some of the people who have been through some of the things that I've been through, and they have come out of it. So that's all that I really have to say. But thumbs up the video if this is something that you're interested in or something that you like, or if it was something that you wanted to know about. Also comment down below. What are you doing, you know, health-wise that is helping you out? Comment down below if you've experienced any type of how can I put it? Any type of headaches, shoulder pains, and all of that because of your hair being too heavy or too long. Just let me know. And then also let me know what are you going to try to do to solve it, because the last thing I want is for anybody to feel like they have to oh, it's getting bright in here. Hold on, let me shut off my light. To have to cut off their hair because of extreme headaches or extreme body pains or what have you. All right, so that's it. That's what I have for you for today. Hopefully that was a as my friend Jesus says, Jesus Serrano, just in here trying to drop some gems, you know, just trying to, you know, elevate us as a channel, because we're family here. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification button so you could be notified of when I do a live chat, which is every Sunday, but sometimes I jump in and do more chats throughout the week. You also be notified of any video uploads or whatever, you know, and just spread love and light. Oh, let me leave you all with this. You know, when your energy is good and you putting out good and you're not trying to like dog anyone's channel, you're not trying to dog anyone out that you know, period, in life, you know, good things happen to you, you know, and then when you do good for other people, good things happen to you. I was in a restaurant the other day and my daughter was going on a field trip. I was in a restaurant. I was actually at Subway early in the morning getting her a veggie delight sub, and I was telling her she wanted something else, and I was telling her no, because I was trying to get change to give her $10 to go to the movies, you know, just to have extra change in her pocket. And you know, I was like, you won't have $10 then if you get that and that and that, you know, which was some stuff that was unhealthy for her anyway. She wanted cookies and soda and all that. She knows she'll get that here. But anyway, after I finished paying, I noticed that this lady had been staring at me. And after I finished paying, I stood by the chair and I was telling my daughter to put the $10 into her pocket, you know, and, you know, be safe, make sure it doesn't slip out or whatever. And I was just talking to her. And I heard a voice, a lady, it was the lady that was behind me. I heard her say, "Excuse me," but I didn't know she was talking to me. So I just looked up and she wasn't looking at me. So, you know, I didn't think anything of it. And I turned around and she had some money in her hand and she was looking at me like, "Is it okay?" And she gave my daughter another $10 and said, "I want her to enjoy the movies." And she said, "Oh, I heard you all saying that she was going to the movies or whatever, and I want her to enjoy the movies, so here." And it's just random acts of kindness like that, you know, where you feel like, okay, this world is not all that bad. You know, there are great people out here. And, you know, you just got to pay it forward. I'm always out here paying it forward, you know, helping people and doing what I can. You know, not necessarily financially, monetarily wise, but in other ways. You know, I try to be as helpful as I can with people. But random acts of kindness never hurts. If you see a meter that needs to be paid or whatever, well, they didn't change all the meters here. You can't even put coins in there anymore. But I used to put coins in people's meters that was about to expire, especially if I saw like somebody coming and, you know, they were about to get a ticket. I would go ahead and put the money in the meter. So yeah, random acts of kindness. Comment down below if you've done anything for anybody lately, or if after watching this video you plan to do something for somebody. You know, it's nothing that you really talk about. It's just something that you just do. But I'm interested in seeing when was the last time a random act of kindness came your way, or when was the last time you did a random act of kindness. All right. So I just want to say peace and love. Thank you all for rocking with me. Don't forget about the merchandise. This t-shirt is everything. I designed it. You all asked for something. I got it. It's available. I have many shirts available, leggings, all types of stuff available. It'll be linked in the description box below. Please go ahead and support. I mean, it's funny because a lot of people that were asking about it are not the ones that are like coming forward and purchasing. And I know things get tight and everything. I get that. So I'm not tripping. But I thank you for the people that have supported, especially like people who are about to start their own business. Thank you, Regina, for sending a picture of you in your shirt. And thank you, April Dixon, for taking a picture with your mug and everything. I appreciate that. Those are like pictures that I could post on Instagram so other people can see them. And that's all I have for today. I know I've overtalked my time. I've gone over the time that I said I was going to talk. So with that being said, I will talk to you all later. Peace and love.